back to some more Battle for Neighborville. And today we're going to be talking about the Switch Complete Edition of Battle for Neighborville. So in the Nintendo Direct last week, it got announced that BFN was coming to the Switch. And I didn't want to make a video on it until I read the article and got all the details about what was going to be in it. And from the looks of it, it's going to be a pretty stellar game for the Switch. I don't know that I'll play it or buy it on the Switch. But for those of you that only have Switches, or those of you that like the PvZ franchise, it's gonna be a good buy in my opinion. So the complete edition comes out on the Switch on March 19th, a little under a month away. I think they should have released the Switch a long time ago, you know, whenever it was rumored, but sometimes things get held up. Sometimes things happen, like the game stops getting supported. It is officially coming, it's officially announced, and I'm so excited for people to get to experience it. But the complete edition, okay, what does that mean? So the complete edition, which is only gonna be on the Switch, comes out March 19th and has everything that has been released over the last year, or the full lifespan of Battle for Neighborville, in this one package, hence the complete edition. There are some changes to this game on this platform, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, that are going to be special to Switch. Like Turf is only 8v8 instead of 12v12, that's why I'm playing Tactical Takeover right now. But that's kind of expected because the Switch is a much less powerful system. It doesn't have near the hardware that the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, all that nonsense has. So whenever I saw that, I wasn't surprised by it. It makes a lot of sense. But that's one of the big changes. Turf will only be 8v8. So you'll have access to all the single player areas, the free roam areas, all that. And it will be able to be played offline. Everything in Battle for Neighborville will be able to be played offline on the complete edition, which is not the case for the current versions of the game. You have to be connected to the online servers to play anything at all. So that's a really nice change, and it's perfect for the Switch because, you know, it's a mobile platform. You don't want to have to be tied to the internet in order to play it. Okay, well, I'm playing against a bunch of bots. But that's a huge thing for the Switch version, is that you can play it offline. And the single player free roam areas, whatever you like to call them, are a lot of fun and highly recommended by me if you've never touched them. You get some great rewards, you get some stellar things. And what you're seeing right now is what it'll look like if you're playing offline on the Switch. You'll be playing against a bunch of bots. Oh, that felt good. Everything in the game will be unlockable with coins. There will be no rainbow stars. Everything is in-game currency. There's no microtransactions. What? Nothing. It's the complete edition. Everything is included. You just have to put in the time to unlock it. All of the prize maps will be able to be accessed. You can switch between them at will to unlock whatever you want, whenever you want. So say it's the game launches in March, so that'll be whatever. Whoa. That'll be whatever festival March was. Say you want to complete the Festivus festival and get those rewards. You can do that in March. It doesn't matter where. So that's a really, really nice addition for those people that are new to the game. You can get whatever you want, whenever you want. Legendary upgrades, specific costumes, characters. I'm not sure exactly how the characters will be, if you have to go through the prize map to unlock them, or if they'll just be purchasable, or maybe they'll just be unlocked from the get-go. Who knows?
Not me.
But I have a feeling it's not going to run at 60 frames per second like this version does. The article that EA put out about the game did not state the resolution, and I can't say I blame them, and I didn't really investigate the store page on the Switch to see like what details they gave there. But I would be very surprised if it wasn't 30 frames per second, and I can't imagine that it'll be 1080p either. Games on the Switch are historically lower resolution, especially in handheld mode, which, I mean, you're playing on such a small screen, you don't need 1080p. I mean, yeah, it's nice, but it's not a requirement in most situations. So I'm interested to see how it all shake out. Oh gosh, I love this character. I'm excited that it'll be open to more people to play it though. Having this game on multiple platforms is great, and you know, I'm not counting on it, but maybe if it does well, the developers will come back. Look, I just want this game to be supported again, okay? But those are the big things. Everything is unlockable. You can play offline. Turf's only 8v8 instead of 12v12. And you can play it on the go. That's a big thing, is that you'll be able to play it on the go. I love my Switch. I don't know that this is a game I would play on the Switch, but I know it's a game that fits the demographic for the Switch super well, because it's more of a cartoony vibe, which is perfect for the Switch. It's gonna be cool. I might buy it just to check it out, you know, maybe play some here and there, but it's not gonna be the mainstay. One of the reasons I love playing on my Xbox so much is I have an Elite controller, which means that I have my paddles, and that's how I'm able to like do my jumps and everything. So it'd be weird not having that, you know, in a handheld format. I'm sure that there are things that I could buy to give me access to that sort of control, but I'm not gonna do that. It's two exciting games coming to the Switch, Fall Guys and BFN, the two games that I play the most on this channel. Fall Guys I'll definitely play on the Switch. This game, I wouldn't count on it. I mean, like I said, I might buy it just to try it. It is $40, which, considering everything you get and considering the fact that there aren't microtransactions, I'm not opposed to that. I don't think that's a bad thing. It is a little pricey, but I think it is worth that price tag because there is a ton of content in this game, and having access to all of it without having to pay anything extra or any of that. The only thing that determines what you can access is how much time you put into the game. If you can play it on the go, you can get access to a whole lot more time to play it. You don't have to be tied to your TV or anything, which, I mean, obviously you can still play it on your TV if you have a not Switch Lite. It's purely on the go. Whenever they're designing the Switch port, they have to keep all those things in consideration. You're developing for a system that can dock and one that's only handheld. So development is more complicated, but it also gives more players access to the game and the content and all that fun stuff. Like I said, it's a little late, but better late than never. And I hope that it does well. I'm interested to see the sales numbers, I'll say that. Oh, silly boy, get out of here. That's my 30 streak. It'd be great if they added crossplay, but I'm not I'm not hopeful for it at this point. If it's not already here, it's not going to get added just because it's coming to the Switch. But it's one of those things that I really think would have helped the game's longevity or lifespan, as if it had been crossplay from the get-go, but they didn't. So yeah, that's pretty much all the news. I'm sure there's stuff that I missed, but being able to unlock everything, every cosmetic, every character, every legendary upgrade with in-game currency is great. You can switch to whatever prize map you want. You can do that at will too. Like if you get a certain reward in a prize map, you can switch the prize map and now you got a new prize map to work towards. And the free roam areas are a lot of fun. That's a full game in and of itself. Just those free roam areas with the bosses and the objectives and all that goodiness. Look at me sniping this guy. Thought you were supposed to be the sniper, mister. This character is historically underplayed. Oh god. Of course, as soon as I start saying that, I get killed. But hey, it was like a 30 streak. I can't really complain too much, can I? If you guys are excited for the Switch port, make sure you leave a like and let me know. You could also subscribe if you wanted. I'm not gonna force your hand in that, but I would appreciate it. Are y'all gonna get it on the Switch? I know a lot of y'all said that y'all would get Fall Guys on the Switch, but what about this? This is a game that's been available on all the other platforms, so there's not as much necessity to get it on the Switch. It's not like it was exclusive to Xbox or exclusive to PlayStation prior to this announcement. It's just an extra platform for people to access it on. Oh, I forgot something. Motion controls. There will be motion controls. How could I forget motion controls? Oh yeah, because I don't care about motion controls. I don't want to play with motion controls. But for those of you who like aiming with your Joy-Cons and all that nonsense, have fun. I know that's a big part of people that like Splatoon. They like being able to use their Joy-Cons to aim, and I'm like, no, I want the stick. But that's another bonus to playing on the Switch version. You can use your Joy-Cons as aimers, or as your aiming method. Aimers. The big difference from the core of this, he doesn't know what's shooting him. The big difference from the core of this, though, is the fact that Turf Takeover, at its most, will only be 8v8. They had enough difficulties getting Turf to run properly on these big boy systems, quote unquote big boy systems. So I can't say I'm even slightly surprised that they're capping the switch to 8v8. I mean, they switched this to 8v8 for a while before they fixed all the kinks. I'm so dead. That lasted so long. Just kidding, I'm alive. 8v8 Turf is still fun. Like, this is 8v8 Turf. It's a lot more manageable. It's not as chaotic. Those extra 8 players really do change the dynamic of Turf. It makes it a lot more clustery. It makes it a whole lot more in your face. There's a whole lot more going on. Oh god, I was totally out of that way. I think it's good for the PvZ franchise that it's coming to Switch, and this is the first game from PvZ that's coming to the Switch system, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there's any of the tower defense games. I don't think there's any of that. That scientist is making me very upset. We're not gonna capture this. I can't do all this on my own. I've killed like 1 million people and we're still not doing anything. They finally got a team instead of just a bunch of bots. I'm very surprised they never ported like the tower defense version of PvZ and all that, because that seems like the perfect type of game for the Switch. It's casual, it's super simple controls, it's easy enough. You can utilize the touchscreen capabilities, like it's already on phones and whatnot. Put it on the Switch. But what do I know? I'm not a developer. I'm just a guy who sits in my room and talks to myself while shooting things. I don't know all the specifics on how things have to go, and I know it's much harder to develop for the Switch because of the less hardware capabilities. Dang it, we lost. But they managed it, and it's coming. Hopefully it runs well. 30 frames per second is what I'm expecting. I wouldn't expect 1080p 30 frames per second, but you never know. I didn't see any reports of what exactly it's gonna be, so it's just a waiting game at this point. We'll have to see. You know, what can I say? I do actually think that's where I'm gonna call it quits for today, guys. I just wanted to, you know, give my insights to it, what I've heard, what I've seen, what I've read, all that fun stuff. If you guys enjoyed, please let me know down below. Maybe leave a like, maybe subscribe. But as always, peace out, Girl Scout.